Thanks for being with us. You have had 6 good years, and now is the time to graduate and really choose a secondary school. All of us know that it's not an easy choice, especially this year made all the more difficult because of the whole COVID-19 situation. One thing that we try to do to make this process easier for all of you is to really have these P6 talks and to invite you to view our website, our open house landing page, and also to join us for our e-open house, which I'll share more with you later. So once again, I'm not sure how you're feeling this morning. You might be nervous, you might be tense, you might be stressed, or maybe you already know which school you want to go to, right? And you are very fixed on going to that school. So I thank you for having me this morning. I want to share with you a little bit more about our school. Anyway, we are part of 9 Anglican mission schools in Singapore. I'm not sure if some of you know what an Anglican mission school means. Basically, it means we belong to a family of schools like St. Andrews, St. Hilda's, St. Margaret's. I'm not sure, frankly, young people, whether you have thought so far ahead, whether or not you're very certain what you want to do in 4 or 5 years' time, right? But there are some of you, you are very certain, I want to go to a JC or I want to go to a poly. You already know what course you want to do. For those of you, I think it's useful to know that our school is affiliated to St. Andrews Junior College. So that means that in your L1, R5 aggregate, you get 2 bonus points off. Okay? So does this mean, though, that you must be of a certain religion to come into Christ Church Secondary School? The answer is no. You know, our school receives teachers and staff and students from all races and religions. Moving on, this is our school vision, right? We want every child, every student, every teacher to be a purposeful leader with God as the enabler. And in a moment, I'm going to tell you what this means. What really is a purposeful leader? You know, last week I was just talking to some students and I asked them, what do you want to achieve by the time you graduate? And then inevitably, you know, students always say, oh, I want to get a PSLE T-score of 285, you know, or they might say, oh, I want to get 8 points for my L1, R5. Now, many times, I think students tend to describe their goal in terms of numbers. And I want to say that it's not just about the numbers. It's really not just about what you get for your T-score, what you get for your L1, R5. It's really about who do you become at the end of your 4 or 5 years. What kind of learner, what kind of leader do you want to become? These really are our 3 success factors. Basically, there are 3 components in this. The first one is leadership. Okay, we want everybody to be a good leader. First of all, starting with the leadership of self. Okay, secondly, we want you to have the heart to make a difference for others. We really want you to be a thoughtful contributor. We really want you to be generous in giving to the lives of the community around you. In fact, we feel that if you have finished 4 or 5 years of school and all you have is a paper certificate, we feel like we have failed. We feel like we have not done our job. We really want every young person to be able to have the heart to contribute to others. Lastly, we want every child and every student to be an active learner with positive learning dispositions. So I'm sure you can read the slide that for every one of these, the leading, the serving, and the learning, there are some subcomponents. We want you to appreciate who you are, to chart your own future. You want you to be connected to the community, to be an agent of change, to be a skilled learner, to be a passionate learner about what you are studying. Young people, you know, every year our students go to Batam. And it's not for holiday. It's not even for a field trip. It's not even for a learning journey. But our students go to Batam to help people who are too poor to afford their own spectacles. Our students take part in a community eye care project. We really make it an emphasis. We collect funds from all over. We collect spectacles that people don't want. And we go to Batam. We go into partner a village that, you know, is really struggling with poverty. And they are having short-sightedness, but they cannot afford spectacles. Can you imagine what it's like for them? to not be able to study, not be able to carry on their daily life because of myopia or short-sightedness. And our students go there every year without fail, except this year because of the COVID situation. But we have the Batam Eye Care Project to give to the community and to really be a blessing to the people around us. And that's what we mean by the Christchurch success factor. Every student is a learner, a leader, and a servant, someone who serves and gives to others. Okay? Let me start off with the ability to lead self. Now, in Christchurch Secondary School, you really grow to appreciate who you are as a person. You know, there's a strong school culture of gratitude. You really learn to give thanks and appreciate who you are, your strengths, your potential limiters. I'm not sure if you can see on your screen our students taking part in the Chingay for every year since 2010. Right, and I want to say that it's a 10-year unbroken record all the way till this year. Because of COVID, we couldn't do it. But do you know our students have taken part in public performances? We call that our annual Passionata, our Chingay performances, where they actually get a chance to perform and dance and sing in public, building their confidence, having a chance to really fulfill their potential. We want every young person to be able to live and thrive in the outdoors. You have a chance to do outdoor cooking, building a tent, and all of that. So even if you're stuck in Timbuktu in the middle of nowhere, okay, you can survive, all right? And really, we have seen for many of our students who have passed through our hands, this is a critical program in helping everyone to overcome their fears, overcome their limitations, and really be able to pursue their dreams and passions. Okay, so that's about the leadership of self. This is what I was telling you about, young people, the Batam Eye Care Project. Because in Christchurch Secondary School, you really are connected to the community. You really want to understand the needs and perspectives of others around you. That is critical, because it's not just about being generous. It's not just about giving your money. It's really first about understanding what do people need from us. It's really understanding, what do the elderly need? What do the people living in Batam need? What do the construction workers need who are actually working across our schools? What do other people need? What are their areas of struggles? And then our young people go ahead to connect to the community and make a difference. Of course, one of that on your slide is really the Batam Eye Care Project. On the right, what you see is the BB Cares project. Our BB boys in 2019 being involved, guys, in the opening ceremony of Grace Light Home. And this is what you will have a chance to do when you come to Christchurch Secondary School. You have a chance, okay, to really develop a heart of empathy for others around you. We want you to be a lifelong learner. You have a chance to learn for life through our outdoor education program. Young people, on your slides, you see the high elements course, or what we call the challenge rope course. Now, in our school, we are really well resourced with a variety of these kind of high elements and outdoor education programs. We have a mini challenge rope course. We have a full-size challenge rope course, and we have our own flying fox. And that's the reason why when Mr. Yuan sometimes is teaching geography in the middle of the school day, and then let's say Sec 1 orientation is going on, or some other exchange program is going on, I see people outside my classroom going, ah! And that's because they are actually on the flying fox, right? Overcoming their fear of heights for the first time. And like what I said just now, it's not just about attaining a number at the end of 4 or 5 years. It's really about overcoming. It's really about becoming a stronger, more resilient, a more full individual, okay, as a result of learning for life, okay? So we really want to develop an all-round education to nurture students in every area of life, not just your studies. Okay, this is our applied learning program. Our students really need to apply their learning. Our students, they may learn bio, or physics or D&T, but they actually need to use what they have learned to come up with some devices to actually help the community around them. And I want you to look at this device on your screen. There's an example of the devices they come up with. What's the purpose of them? We actually go to talk to the people at Woodlands Health Campus and to ask the elderly there what do they need. So for example, we have elderly who can't bend down, can't tie their shoelaces, and can't grab things with their hands. And our students actually analyze those problems and were able to design devices that could help the elderly to do this. So they design like a biomechanic glove, right, to help people who have lost usage of their hands to be able to grab things, or a device that enables an elderly person to bend down when they have waist problems. And really, this is part of our giving to the community and also helps us to apply the things that we have learned in class. Because how many of you know that it's really not about book knowledge or rote learning? It's not about memorizing lots of facts and figures. It's really about applying what you have learned, right, to be an asset and a contribution to the community. Okay, and moving right along. Okay, this is the progression of programs that you experience from lower to upper sec. Ladies and gentlemen, at lower sec, our students really focus on self-discovery and self-awareness. You even use this thing called eColors. eColors is a personality profiling tool that many of us use to help us discover ourselves. So when you use this tool, okay, you get to know yourself better, you get to know your classmates better. You are introduced also to financial literacy at lower sec. Moving on, as you are moving into upper sec, you have a chance to really challenge yourself and build your dreams and really contributing your best in everything that you do. Okay, moving along. This really is our O-level results. Now, I just said earlier on that it's not about a number, but that doesn't mean that we are okay with shoddy results or performance, because when we try our best, these are some things that also follow along when every one of our students is performing their very best. And I want you to know that out of every 10 students who come to Christ Church Secondary School, we have 9.5, right? That means 9 students and a half, right, who can make it to Polytechnic, right? Whether it's RP or SP or Nanyang Poly, right? And then we have another 41% who can make it to junior college, whether it's Yishun Innova, or whether it's St. Andrews Junior College, Catholic Junior College. Those are 41% of our students who are eligible, and then we have 68% who are eligible for MI. For those of you who are unaware of Millennium Institute, it's really a 3-year A-level program for those who want a slower pace, A-levels. So this is really very outstanding result that we want to share with you. Actually, we would say more than twice, okay, that of comparable schools. This is really a result of the positive learning dispositions that our students have. Okay, we also are sportsmen, musicians, artists, and many of our students are in clubs and societies and uniform groups as well. 19 CCAs basically means, young people, that you can be excited at receiving your CCA of choice. It is all the more likely that you can get into a CCA that you want to be in, not forced to be in, right? And that's very important because you're going to spend 4 or 5 years in this CCA. Okay, I want to share with you what many of our staff and students are very excited about. This is what we call our 4+1 program. Now, 4+1 program basically means that from Monday to Thursday, okay? So today is Wednesday, right? Or Thursday? Is today Thursday? Yeah, so from Monday to Thursday, we actually spend all our time focused on your studies, academic programs. So you have no CCAs and other things that distract you on the first 4 days of school. It's just school day all the way from Monday to Thursday. But on Friday, when you come to school, you are fully focused on your CCA. You don't do any academic stuff on the 5th day of school. So instead of geography or history or math or science, Your Friday is fully dedicated to only CCA. It's a really unique model, something that's very, very distinct from all the other schools around us. Our students and teachers really enjoy this model because this means that we are fully focused on every day of the week, whether on your studies or on your CCA. The Friday morning is set aside for your CCA. I want to share with you, this is our CCA results. All the way from 2017 to 2019, we have been improving. In 2019, 92.2% of our students attained excellent. And you know what? 95.3% attain a good or excellent. So guys, what does this mean? I'm not sure if you are thinking of your post-secondary in mind, but for those of you who really want to have bonus points of your results at the end of Set 4 and 5, right? I'm not sure, okay, students, whether you're familiar with the L1R5, L1R4 system, but suffice to say that the smaller the number, the better it is. Okay, it's not like PSLE score. Let's say you have 15, all right, that can open up a lot of doors for you to go into JC and Poly. Now, but let's say you have an excellent grade for CCA, that is a -2 bonus point. So let's say, for example, let's say I'm a Set 4 student who has obtained excellent, okay, and I got 15 points. I want to apply to St. Andrews JC. I take 2 points off because of affiliation. I take another 2 points off because of my CCA grade. So eventually I have 11 points rather than 15. So that's what it means. If you get good or excellent, you have 1 bonus point deducted off your L1R5. And this is really good achievement. It's almost 100% of our students getting that bonus point. Okay, and I want to share that with you. These are, of course, our CCA achievements. A few CCAs that you will be interested to find out about. Okay, these are our performing arts. So in CHR, if you want to, if you love music, if you really are a fan of music, okay, we have the choir, the school band, we have dance and drama, and we have the Chinese orchestra. Okay, that's the choir for you. That's our school band for you. And that's our dance students. This is our sportsmen. On the screen, you see badminton. We also have basketball, football, netball, wushu. Now, in case you are wondering, wushu is really not to kill people. It's also not to get involved in street fights so that you can take over your neighborhood. So it's not that at all. Our wushu students are very disciplined. They really train very hard. They take part in competitions. They use different kinds of equipment and weapons. And every year, our wushu students do very, very well. In fact, young people, if you log into our school website, you will see our virtual school tour video where Kai Ming, our very own wushu student, is featured in our virtual school tour. So don't miss out, guys. Don't shortchange yourself. Go for it. Look at our virtual school tour on our website and have a look at our CCAs as well. Besides physical sports, these are our uniform groups. Really, the uniform groups are for students who want the best of every world. You want to perform your drills. You also want to take part in sports. You want to do a bit of everything. And that's the uniform group for you. Okay, clubs and societies. Ladies and gentlemen, every single year, our Outdoor Activities Club is the most oversubscribed thing in our school because everyone who comes to our school wants to do the rock wall, wants to do belaying, wants to do bouldering. And the truth is that you really have a chance to take part in competitions in all these areas. And every year, our students do very well in all these various competitions. We have multiple rock walls in our school, small ones, big ones, medium ones, all kinds of rock walls. You can come and have a look at them. It's really for students who want to overcome their personal limiters and your own fear of heights and grow into become a more resilient person. There's a new MRT station that just opened at our doorstep. And right now, okay, in fact, when you go to Woodlands South Station, there's an exit that leads right up to our back gate. And it has never been more convenient to go to a secondary school, right? For some of you that want to take train and want to take public transport to go to school in the mornings, this, young people, is for you. It's going to be really easy for you, okay, to commute to school. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we are done. And once again, much love from Christ Church Secondary School.